Well, today has just been great. Already, Johnny Depp has won his trial, which just makes me so excited. I already have a video talking about that. I think I would have posted that before this video, or it's coming right after. But also, we got episode 3 of Kenobi, which is one of my favorite Disney Plus episodes so far. If you don't know, in these reviews, I just basically ramble about the episodes. There is no structure, anything like that. I don't give ratings for episodes specifically. At least I stopped doing that in, I think, the past few months, but there are also spoilers in this video, so if you've not watched the episode, go check it out. This episode is spectacular. I absolutely loved it. I watched it as early as I could today, not at 3 in the morning, but you know, because I have school, I was able to watch it early, and I really love this episode. This episode was even better than the first two, and if you watch my review of that, you heard me say that those first two episodes were perfect for what I wanted from the show, but this episode expands on it. So far, this mini-series is just going on, or limited series, whatever you want to call it. It's just expanding and getting better and better and better. I think I'm loving it so far. I know I seem very energetic. It's because I just filmed right before here, but we just got so many amazing moments here. One of my favorite things is stuff that people probably won't talk about, and that is the connection between Obi-Wan and young Leia. I think that it is just really sweet. That's what everybody says, but there seems to be a deeper connection there, and it is revealed why in this episode, why Obi-Wan cares so much. It's subtle, but it is there when I'm just paraphrasing, but Leia asks him if he is her real father, and he says no, and then he kind of talks about how he knew her mother and stuff like that, obviously being Padme, and he was, when they were lying to like the troopers, he was saying like, sometimes when I look at her, I see her mother's face, and I was like, that is a nice callback, and wow, okay, my voice is still messed up from the concert from 2 days ago. I'll have a video tomorrow talking about that, so if my voice does stuff like that, that is why. But that whole scene with the troopers and then Obi-Wan and Leia riding on the back of, or riding on the transport, whatever you want to say, was so intense, and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen, because I was wondering, are they going to look at him and recognize, oh my god, that's Obi-Wan Kenobi, the one in the pictures, whatever, oh my god, that's a Jedi, or are they just going to keep questioning them? And the driver, as funny as he was definitely a little suspicious of them, and the way it played out was amazing. I mean, the covering and all that kind of stuff was really cool. Obviously, like, covering for their real identities was very smart, quick thinking of them. It actually felt real. Again, nothing in this show has felt like, here's an idea, I'm going to write it in a script and write you some dialogue. Like, it all feels so real, and that's one of the biggest praises you can give any sci-fi project or anything like that, action, but like especially sci-fi, something like Star Wars with lightsabers and clone troopers, you know, all that kind of stuff. But the main thing everybody is talking about, as they should, my favorite thing obviously in the show so far, is actually getting to see Darth Vader, but not only seeing Darth Vader versus Obi-Wan. And people are complaining about this, but they just don't get what the scene is doing, I think, because I assumed in my last video, I made a guess that we would see full Darth Vader at the end of this episode, but I'm so glad we got to see him early on, and then he faced off against Obi-Wan, and it was so cool the whole time how Obi-Wan was like looking over and he saw like Hayden Christensen, which is so cool, like in like a robe, whatever, just like turn back and look at him as if, you know, it was Anakin. And then when he sees Darth Vader, he can kind of tell, like, he senses him and stuff, but then they face off in a very cool lightsaber battle, although people just don't understand that it is Darth Vader just messing with him. Like, he does not fully want his revenge and just like stab. Like, it's not just gonna be like that for him, and that's shown towards the end of the episode because he, you know, kind of, I don't know what the word is, like creates this big fire and then starts like pulling Obi-Wan through it. And it was actually a lot more brutal than I thought, not like showing it, but like Obi-Wan screams and stuff like that. I was like, damn, Ewan McGregor, he's just so good. And I love how, you know, it's Hayden Christensen playing Darth Vader again. Just knowing that, as a big fan of Revenge of the Sith, obviously, I think that is so cool. But to have Darth Vader kind of like almost torture him, be like, this is what you did to me, because in his mind, that's what he thinks, so I'm going to do it to you now, because if he just kills him, then it's just easy and it's done with. But he, you know, because of how messed up he is, and one of my favorite favorite lines in probably even all of Star Wars now. I'm going to be completely honest, I really love this episode, but I even tweeted this. I was quoting one of the scenes. Obi-Wan said, "What have you become?" And Vader responds with, "What you made me." Again, not 100% sure if that's exactly what was said, but I just got chills when I heard that. You can tell there's so much emotion behind it. It isn't going to be like a huge physical standoff, and it wasn't, but it was still so great to see Obi-Wan really what looked like fighting for his life for the first time in like 10 years. It's crazy to think about. This episode really was crazy. There was so much. It really had everything. It had the great action, amazing use of music, fantastic acting. I like the new character they introduced as well, and so much good suspense. Of course, the CGI is always just perfect in these. I mean, nothing ever looks off or stuff. All the locations feel real. All the lightsabers, it feels like I could walk outside and see someone holding one just because of how realistic they look. I absolutely love this episode. I think it is better than those first two. I cannot wait to see where the show is going. I have so much faith in it. I think it is going to be the best thing that Disney Plus puts out, at least for their originals. But what did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Over and out.